A very good morning to you, Masechaba. Yes, indeed, this is a very difficult moment for the Diani village here in the Vemba district, Limpopo. That's where we will be, covering this end of 12 victims of that very, very tragic crash that took place last Sunday in the afternoon, where a minibus which was transporting those church congregants who were traveling from one of their conferences back home and then lost their life through that crash, which was sandwiched by two heavy trucks. So today, through the collaboration between the provincial government and the families, this mass funeral will be taking place here at the Diani village. And of course, what we understand is the fact that most of the people who lost their lives were breadwinners, were mothers, and some of them, and also a driver of that particular minibus taxi also lost his life. Also understand that there was a child who was between the ages of 7 and 10 years old who lost their life. But to give us more sense in terms of how this week has been for the families and some of the challenges they had to go through leading up to this, day where they'll be sending off their family members, I'm joined by Mr. Mboni Baloyi, who will be speaking on behalf of the Chauke family. He joins me now. Mr. Baloyi, thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Thank you.
Talk to us about your mother, who you will be bidding farewell to today under very difficult circumstances, and also how has the family been doing so far since last Sunday to this day?
Thank you for your time. What I will say is that we are trying to process everything at this very moment, but at the very same time, it is very painful, but we are trying to cope because, there's a lot of things that have been happening through this week, and, we had a very short time to prepare this funeral and all that. So we are very weak, and we are trying to be strong.
Talk to us about Umama, the kind of person she was, and the role that she was playing in your family.
She was a very beautiful mother, loved by many. She made our home a home, and now we don't know what who will be left with, and we don't know what's going to happen from now on. But we have to try to deal with the fact that she's gone. But what I can say about her is that she was very loving, and she was very welcoming, and she was a good person. She was a mother who loved God, who loved church. That's why at times
You can take your time, but you can take.
Okay. I wanted to say that we understand that she left us doing what she loved because she really loved God.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was not sick. She was from church. Talk to us about your last moments with her. When was the last time you spoke to her before you got the news? And who were you when you got the news that she had passed on?
What happened was when she left in the morning, they had a taxi that came to pick her up by the gate. So, but the taxi had to pass by, pick somebody else, pick one of our mothers somewhere else. So the driver asked her to hop in the taxi so that they can go to them. And she said, "No, you can go. He will take me there." So I had to take my car, take her to church, where they will find her with the other that she was going with. So I took her there. I drove her there. So to me, I would say maybe that was a goodbye. Yes, that was the last ride that I had with her.
How has the collaboration been amongst the other families? And I know that you cannot speak on their behalf,
yes.
But just the profile of the people who were with her in terms of their age, their role, and you're also sharing the same. They were all from the same church.
Okay, what I can say about the mothers, I will say they were all my mothers because they were in the same church. They were friends. They were doing everything together. I know everyone personally. I talked to them. I had personal relationships with them, close relationships with them. So I didn't just lose my mother. I'm still trying to process the fact that I lost all the mothers. Yes, so it's not only my mother that I'm grieving all the mothers because we had very personal relationships with all of them.
Have the families been getting any psychosocial support during this period? I can imagine it's been very traumatic.
Yes, the social development came and they offered us a little bit, but it was not too deep because, the thing is we had a week to prepare the funeral. So it's not easy for one to sit down and deal with psychological things while you're trying to prepare to lay your loved one. And at that time you have just a week to prepare that. Yes, so it has not been easy.
Mr. Balo, I thank you very much for your time. So let me release you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, and condolences to you and your family. That's Mr. Bonani Baloy there, who speaks for the Chauke family, just giving us, a sense of how the families have been doing, specifically, his own family losing the mother there, who he had transported to the venue where, the mother met with other congregants as they were going to that conference, which then later on became their last conference as people who were friends, and I'm talking about those people who lost their lives, as Mr. Mbonani is saying that, almost all of them, were mothers to him. So that's one tale of one family as they prepare to come through here where we are. It is going to be a mass funeral, so we can expect more families, but also government officials who will be presiding over this funeral service here in Diani village at the Vemba region in Limpopo. Back to you, Mr. Chairman.